Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Detective Conan chapter 1053. So, last chapter got very interesting. So, the body that was in the basement, of course, was Gisuke, and Gisuke definitely did not commit suicide. They were thinking he committed suicide, but no. And there's something on this farm that the younger brother wants. There definitely is, because why else would he steal all this goddamn dynamite? And the other people that came up to the farm with us, they're there for something too. There's something very suspicious up there. I'm thinking there's treasure up in there. But but there's reports that the dynamite might be used for like terrorist attack and shit, and that's why Amaru's there. But Amaru found something very interesting in Wakasa's back pocket, and that was a bishop with a cut on its lower left. And why is this important? Because this piece belonged to the shogi prodigy Hanada Koji, and he carried that piece around as a good luck charm. And why is it important that this piece was found? Because the family said that Hanada would never willingly have parted with that piece, and whoever has it must be the murderer. And you know that person is Wakasa, and I've been saying it since I started covering Detective Conan. I've been saying it, that Wakasa is run. And I'm going to say this right now, because I remember when I started covering Detective Conan, and I said that Wakasa is run, that she was possibly run. I was getting a lot of shit in my comments section saying that, nah, Wakasa ain't run, and all this shit. And, yeah, it is definitely all but confirmed at this point that Wakasa is run. And I swear, last chapter, the actions of last chapter definitely all but confirmed it. And also what Amaru said, too. But anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what's in store for us this week. Fallen branches in a long, shallow ditch. Where do these puzzling clues lead? And chapter 1053 is titled Light. A meteorite? Trapped with the faintest of lights. I see what you're doing here, Ayama. Yet the true identities of those three become clear. Are you saying that the three men who were on the bus with us came here for a meteorite? The reason for the hole in the wall of the chicken farm and the traces of something have been buried nearby is that after the meteorite broke through the wall and buried itself in the ground, someone fixed up the soil. And what Ayumi-chan saw, the countless scattered burnt tree branches and the long shallow ditch on the ground are also proof of it. Then why the dynamite in the trees then? Normally when a meteorite strikes the earth, it creates a crater on impact, but if the meteorite was small and its trajectory altered, that would account for the broken tree branches and the long shallow ditch, as it would have barreled through the forest before finally getting stuck in the ground. Then the video that man was watching on the bus, it probably wasn't a sci-fi film, but rather a video of a falling meteor that had been uploaded to the net. And the voice saying, "Who is it? Who's setting off rocket fireworks in the middle of the mountains?" tells me that the one who uploaded the video didn't realize that it was a meteor. But for meteorite hunters, a video like that is basically a treasure map. After all, if the video location is shared, they can go and search out the meteorite. Are meteorites treasures then? Yes, it does vary depending on the type and size, but there are even meteorites going for tens of millions. That much? I see, that's why that man got so angry when Tsuburaya-kun recorded that video, right? Yes, if that video were to be re-uploaded, it's possible that it would catch the eye of other meteorite hunters and lead them here. It's finders keepers, after all. Well, From what I saw on the bus, I'd say the stocky gentleman is in it for the money. The lean one with the long chin is a writer for a magazine related to outer space, and the old man with glasses is probably a meteorist. Okay, that makes sense, but again, that raises the question: why the fuck is all that dynamite on the trees? Is it just there so because all that dirt's on the ground? So that, because the meteorites just buried that deep? But what does a meteorite have to do with us being locked up down here? That's another great question. Seems like we have no choice, but to trust them to figure that out. Itogawa-kun, we snuck into the office. Right now we're at the trap door that leads to the basement. But there's a large, sturdy looking padlock on it. I don't think we will be able to open it. What about a phone? Is there one over there? I think I saw 2 or 3 while we were being taken here. Let me check. There's obviously none in the storage room which leads to the basement. There are 3 in the adjacent room with desks in it, but they're all out of commission. I see. Well, this farm was scheduled to be demolished after all. Is there a journal or a notepad in there? The things you're probably looking for are probably saved on the computer, but we can't access it without the password. There are all sorts of things scattered on the floor, but it's already dusk, so it's a bit dark in here. Then don't do it. Then I'll switch the lights on. No, don't turn the lights on. The guy who locked us up could be watching from somewhere. If you turn on the lights, it'll tip off that there's someone in the office. No shit! What you say we give up looking for that guy and go there by ourselves? It's getting dark after all, but he might be heading towards the same place. We really ought to look for him. What if he has an accident? You're right. Hey, if there's anyone out there, please can you holler? Why would he holler? You don't want you stealing his treasure? I really can't look around like this. The light from the wristwatch isn't anywhere near enough. And close the curtains first. But then it'll just get even darker. Just do it. Okay, does anyone have water and milk on them? I have mineral water. I have milk with me. Put some milk into the water. Looks gross. Give it a good shake. You're going to drink that? No! And if you put the water, put the pet bottle over the wristwatch light. Yeah! Science is awesome! Dr. Stone, eat your heart out. Detective Conan did the science shit first. Oh, awesome. It's really bright. With this, it's a fair bit brighter, so I could see better. But how? It's the Tyndall effect. It's one of the physiochemical phenomena that occur due to the characteristics of light. The light goes through the mixture, hitting the dispersed particles within the water, which causes the light to scatter and reflect in different directions. You know what? I'm going to say this right now because we're in quarantine. This is the time to do shit like this. Because why the fuck not? Unless we have a milk shortage, then it's not the time to do it. Is the elementary school curriculum that advanced nowadays? Yes, well, I've never taught that. All these documents strewn across the floor are related to meteorites. There are highlighter marks everywhere. The highlighter pen was trampled on and broken. It's the yellow one, causing the ink to spill. Is it a yellow highlighter? Yes, yeah, it is. Since it was trampled on, does that mean there are shoe prints? Yes, looks like prints from hiking boots to me. They're plastered all over these documents. Hiking boots? All 3 of those men were wearing them. There are also marks where something must have hit the floor. But what could it have been? Maybe it was that strange stone under the desk. Oh, there's also a strange stone over there. Oh, they fit perfectly together. Looks like someone threw the stone to the floor, causing it to break. Is that a meteorite? Wow, a treasure. But why did they break it? Hi, Bar, do you have anything magnetic? Yeah, I've got a compass. Okay, put it next to the stone. It's not reacting at all. Then it's highly likely that it's not a meteorite. Meteorites have a much higher iron concentration than terrestrial rocks, so they are generally attracted by magnets. But the stone looks just like the picture of the palisite meteorite, or dude can't fucking read for shit, so it's palisite meteorite. Dude is saying the palace something stone on the floor. That confirms it must be a fake. A palisite is a type of stony iron meteorite. There's no way a magnet wouldn't react to it. I see, so that's why those three men on the bus brought magnets with them. You saw them with magnets? Yeah, when we got off the bus. I heard a clacking sound, and when I turned around to look, each of them had a magnet hanging from their backpack. And those magnets got stuck to each other, making me laugh. Well, if they're looking for meteorites, it makes sense that they'd have a magnet on them. Looking closely, the color has faded on several parts of this stone. Someone must have painted it so it resemble a real palisite meteorite. But who? The obvious suspect would be the farm owner, considering he was so broke he was selling off the farm. But there are lots of magnets on the desk. What's the point of them if they won't even stick to the fake meteorite? Could it be that someone? Ooh, could it be that so? Could it be that someone swapped it with the real one? That sneaky bastard! To figure out how much it's worth, the farm owner who picked the meteorite up found someone on the internet who appeared to be a meteorite expert and entrusted them with the meteorite for appraisal. And when that person later returned the meteorite, they claimed it was just an ordinary stone. The farm owner refused to accept this and resisted and insisted they appraise it again, but he was turned down. That's likely when the highlighter was dropped and stepped on. Later, upon noticing that magnets didn't react to the meteorite anymore, he examined it more closely and saw that it was nothing but a colored stone. Realizing that he had been scammed, he committed suicide in his despair. Hida, your deduction, it's really off the mark, isn't it? I'm sorry. No, that seems fairly accurate. I think so too, huh? This basement is equipped with a restroom, and despite having been down here for quite some time, you haven't asked for food or water, which means that you'd already been provided for, right? Yes, some bread and water. In other words, he doesn't actually want to kill us. Then why did he lock us in here? He doesn't want anyone to interfere when he takes revenge on the scammer who drove his brother to suicide. Woo! So it was suicide! Revenge? How? You mentioned something about him stealing some explosives. Don't tell me he'll use those. Oh, man. Come to think of it, in the place where I saw those burnt tree branches, there were a lot of long, narrow things wrapped around the tree trunks. Are you sure? Yeah, something was wrapped around them to hide them, but there were lots and lots of them. Don't tell me he plans to look... Oh, shit! So those were the ones... So the meteorite hunters were the ones that screwed the brother over? He plans to lure the meteorite hunters there and blow them to smithereens? Holy shit, Kitty! Isn't that crazy, Kitty? Are you surprised, Kitty? See? Kitty, smart. There you are. We finally found you. We've been looking for you all over. Sorry, but I have no intention of teaming up with you guys. The meteorite, right? Huh? I'll lead you to the place where it fell. Though personally, I have no interest in that kind of thing. Yumi-chan, do you remember where the place... Oh, do we have a switcheroo situation? Yumi-chan, do you remember where the place with all the burnt tree branches was? Yeah, you just need to go straight after entering the forest next to the building where the chickens were kept. Come to think of it, that's also the place where I got hit from behind after losing sight of that man. There are 4 lights moving in the forest. Looks like he's planning to take all 3 of them there. Haibara, are there any red and blue oil markers and scotch tape over there? There are markers in the pen stand on the desk. There's tape inside the drawer. But what are you planning to do with those things? I'm going to have you create a magical light that will shine upon the culprit who drove the farm owner to suicide. Ooh, with time being of the essence, what's Conan's plan? Next issue, the resolution in a cover page. Okay, so let me scroll up here. I want to make sure I have... Where there was the magazine writer. Okay, so we had the guy that's in it for the money, the writer for the magazine, and the meteorist. That is, those are our three suspects behind the murder. And so the question is who was behind the appraisal? And basically who screwed the brother over? I really... Who did the appraisal? Who would do the appraisal? Hold on a second. So who would do who would do the appraisal and fuck Gisuke over like this? I really have a feeling that it would be I don't think it would be, let me pull up the names, because it will bug me if I don't have the names in front of me. So there's, the writer for the magazine, is Hitsuka Junya, and then we have, for the, here's what, the researcher Nabu Takashi said here, and this is in chapter 1051. I'm merely going for research purposes, unlike you money grubbers. So, that right there, based on that line right there, I really don't think it's not. I think that kind of eliminates Nabu from being the person. I really want to have it. I really kind of want to say it's Kano, because Kano has been kind of suspicious from the start. And then what Junya said here. Let me read what Junya said. He said, just for why he's going there, just a little data collection. Well, it's more like a tour of those power spots where regulars often gather. And then he said, judging from your appearance, you're also one of them, aren't you? So, it's definitely gonna come down to Junya and Shogo. But, I really want to say it's Shogo. I really do. Out of all of them, it sounds like it's gonna, it really seem, and also, based on Suke's behavior, it's gotta be Shogo. Because remember, Umisuke was so intent on finding Shogo before going to that spot. So to me, it really feels like that the one that screwed Ginsuke and drove Ginsuke to the point of suicide. I feel like it's got to be Shogo. Based on what we've seen, it feels like it's got to be Shogo. But I could be wrong. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think it's Shogo, or do you guys think it's oh my god, what's his name? Shit. Sorry, I gotta make sure I have this in front of me. Who do you guys think appraised the meteorite and led to Ginsuke's demise? Do you think it was Junya, the writer? Do you think it was Namu Takashi, the researcher, or do you think it was Shogo, the meteorite hunter? I'm very, very curious which what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing, I want to help keep this channel alive so I can bring you more Detective Conan content. There's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.